Hello all, good evening. First of all, I would like to wish you a happy Dasara to all of my viewers. So, so straight away we come to the topic which I am going to present you today. The topic is batch management. Batch management mainly used in most of the industries like pharma and most of the, for example, automotive and some of the key industries. So, first of all, I would like to uh, tell you that what is important of the batch management. So, why we are going to use the batch management, how it is going to help to industry to to find out the batch management. What is the use of the batch management? Okay, so mainly thing is batch management. There are it is mainly depending upon the valuation. So how we are going to do the valuation of that batch? There are in SAP there are three methods to do the valuation of that batch. So it is mainly in the we can have it in the client level and we can have it at a material level and plant level. Okay. So when it is comes with client level, so batch is determined with respect to plant. Batch number is unique with respect to whole client. So what is meant by client? For example, if you take a any industries like Tata Group, anything. So in that way, in that case, they are having so many company codes, like so many different financial accounts. So in that case, the batch number will be unique through all over the company codes. So this is meant by the client level batch number maintaining. So, and one more thing is like we can have a batch management in the plant level. Okay. So in the plant level, we can have a batch number will be the unique queue with association with plant and material. So it will be unique with respect to plant and material. So this is called as a plant level. So if we take an example with the material level, so material level, if we choose the batch management material level, batch number is unique at the material level only. So SAP is going to suggest you to the take the batch management at the material level. Why? Because in some case, if you have if you produce any kind of batch of one set of uh, group of the any product, if you comes from one batch, so you can easily identify with respect to material level. So if you take in the plant level, it is very difficult to find out the batch number in case of finding any rejection is happened with respect to that material batch. So in that case, it is very difficult to identify that batch number. So we need to, it is a difficulty. This, as per that thing, SAP is going to suggest with the batch level that we can maintain the material level. Okay. In that, one more thing I would like to add it in on this topic. Like if you want to, if you have selected the batch management at a plant level or at a client level. If you want to change the batch management level from plant to client, so or else vice versa, client to plant level. If you want to change that thing, so in that case, you need to nullify the all the stock with respect to all the stock, all that stock of that material should be zero. Then only you can able to change the stock of that you can able to change the level of that batch management. Okay, so this is a one more point I would like to highlight. So when we comes to next, there are so many things we need to added on with respect to ECC and S4 HANA. So in S4 HANA, we can have a optional batch number at the plant level So that will be there. So when we consider at with respect to module wise, there will be a batch management configuration are there. Like when we take a example of material management consultant, so they are going to do the batch management as per their requirement, like material wise. And when you one more model like production plan, so there will be different module is going to take care of that configuration level. So it will be different with respect to separate modules. When you take warehouse management, there will be different configuration for the batch management. When you take the example of the material management, there will be different configuration you are going to do, different SPR of cost, and in that case, configuration will be little bit deeper, not a 100, not 100% different as compared to the other thing. Okay, so let's get started with next slide. Okay, so at the end of the course, we'll be getting getting to know what is batch management. Okay, okay. So understand the purpose of batch management. Understand different terminologies in batch management in different modules, and traceability with batch and summary. Okay, this is all going to cover in this video today. Purpose of batch management. Okay, so batch management, product produced according to the receipt and in homogeneous mixture which cannot be reproduced. Okay, so it is a it is comes under the in PP model. It is one of the kind of the manufacturing process. If you take a repetitive and discrete, these are the like one more thing is there. So you can take currently you can take a example of discrete and repetitive manufacturing as per that. Okay, as per that PP model. In SAP PP model, there are the three manufacturing categories. They are divided into. Okay. Okay. It is mainly used. This thing is the product receipt homogeneous mixture which cannot be reproduced. Okay. So reproduce means if you manufacturing any product, so you cannot. It is a when we start a production, after we will get a finished goods, we cannot going to convert that finished material into raw material. So in that case, it is telling like it is a one of the kind of the procedure. This is used in the PP module. Okay, okay. For example, this procedure mainly used in food product, chemical manufacturing industry, process industry. Okay. Example of batch. So batch will have its own unique value and ingredient. Okay. For example, dairy product. If you take an example of dairy product with batch number 15122 something, you have ingredients as below. Okay. So we'll be considering the fat 10% cholesterol, 2% vitamin A, 10%, all the in above all example of fat, cholesterol, vitamin becomes a characteristic. Characteristic means, for example, if you are going to any manufacturing any finished product, in that case, you require some semi-finished product or finished product, or else any like packing materials. These things are required. So this is we require a raw material, semi-finished material, and packing material. These are the main requirement for doing any manufacturing process in any industry. So in the perspective of PP model, okay, value above values of the above characteristic may be unique to this batch. Okay, so it will be unique with respect to this batch requirement as per the requirement. Okay, batch characteristic, it is a property of the batch which has to be attached to the batch. Example, fat content is required property of the dairy product which has to be displayed with batch. Okay, fat content becomes becomes the batch characteristic. Okay, batch class. If you take an example of the batch class, it in that batch class you'll be having different characteristic. Batch class is the carrier of the characteristic, so it contains the all the characteristic of the characteristic. So it is included in the batch class. Batch class will attached with the material master. Okay, so in while creating the material master, in that case we need to we have a view like classification view. If you select that view, and in if you go to the purchasing view, the batch management check mark should be there for that material. Why? Because so this material has an expiry date we need to maintain. So why? Because it is chemical, for example any food material. So in that case we need to have a batch with respect to that material. Okay, okay. Dairy product class can contain characteristic fat content. Dairy product class will be attached to all the dairy product material code number in the characteristic view material master. Okay, okay. So in the batch management we have a terminologies. Okay, production date. So production date, what is mean by production date? So date when the product was produced. For example, I'm going to manufacturing any one batch of the milk packet. So there'll be a some kind of information mentioned in that packing material of that milk product. So they have mentioned like expiry date is 24th October. Okay, they'll be mentioned that this is a date which that product has been manufactured. Expiry date. Okay, so if you take generally you can see in the daily life that you are when you are going to buy any product, milk product, you are going to check what is the date of manufacturing and how long it lasts. Okay, so when it is going to expire. Okay, they'll be mentioning like it is going to expire after date of manufacturing. It is going to expire within 3 days or 2 days. Okay, so shelf life period. Okay, it is duration of any product when product can be used. Okay, so same example, when you take that product and we buy from the shop, grocery shop, okay, milk parlor. So if you buy any product, milk product, in that case you are going to calculate, no? So when already you know the date of expiry date and how long it is going to it is going to take to expire this product. Okay, in that case you are going to, for example, take an example of 24 October 2023. So if you take this example, in that milk product they have mentioned 3 days, it is going to expire within 3 days. Okay, so you got to know that next day you are going to buy that product next day, but the product has been reached to the any grocery shop, any mall, any Reliance store. So next day you are going to purchase that material. That material has arrived yesterday. To take an example, yesterday 23rd October it has been arrived, but we went to that shop and start buying that. We went to and found you have taken that grab that product. You have seen that that product expiry is it is going to expire within 3 days. Okay, so in that day like you went to next day 24th. So in that day, like already it has consumed one day has been passed out, so it is going to expire. Only you have that product has only 2 days validity. Okay, this is 2 days validity. This is a shelf life period of that material. You can calculate as per this thing. Okay, recurring inspection. Okay, what is meant by recurring inspection? The inspecting the product at the periodic interval to check the its shelf life. Okay, so like it is not it is it is this term is going to use going to inspection is going to happen in the factory inside the factory only. So when they manufacture that product, they are going to find it out, like which batch is going to expire first, which batch is going to expire like they want to segregate in the order wise. So if they want to find it out, so which batch is expiring fast, they have to send it out to the market to sell that product. Why? Because to avoid the expiry of that, to avoid the loss. Okay. So inspectioning of the periodic interval. Okay. So hope you understand this four terminologies. Batch status. Okay. The batch status, it is a condition of that batch usability will be known from the batch status. Okay, restricted stock status, batch indicates that cannot be used. Restricted stock status. Okay, unrestricted stock status, batch indicates that can be used for the consumable. Okay, so these are the conditions of like unrestricted means it can be used for consumption. Restricted means it has some any issues with respect to that material. Material has some damaged anything, so you can restrict it using the batch status. If you check the any status of that one, it is showing that restricted stock. So it cannot be usable. It cannot be usable for the production purpose. We cannot consume that product. Okay. This okay, batch search strategy. While issuing the goods for the process order, any production order, batch number components can be searched through batch search strategy. So it is more relevant to like when you get a production order, process order from the production people. So in that case, we need to issue that goods to the production floor. Okay. So while using these goods for purpose production order, process order, batch number components can be searched through batch strategy. So think like we had a we have such set it that material strategy, like whichever batch has been expiring first, whichever batch expiring last. First, we need to pick first expiry, first in, first out. So these are the strategies you are going to use in the first in, first out, first FIFO, FIFO, FIFO. FIFO means first, whichever goods we have taken in a warehouse from the vendor, so that goods has to be sent to the production. Whichever having product having first expiring soon, which expiring soon, that product we are going to pick and first expiry first out. This is a strategy we are going to use as per there are requirement, like to avoid the loss of that, avoid the losses, like batch wise. If it is that product is expired, that then the product is going to scrap. Why? Because it will be going to loss to the company, and to avoid this kind of loss, we are going to use the batch management. Okay, batch number can be searched based on the any characteristic value. Okay, so hope all of you understood what is batch management. So this is all about the today's session. Thank you all.